Right now, in the watch industry, there are two almost diametrically opposed trends. The first is that we're seeing a renaissance for independent watchmaking. The industry has been completely disrupted by small independent brands, from plucky and affordable Kickstarter micro brands to auto watchmakers, rivaling established players for value, quality, and storytelling. The second trend is that we've also seen luxury brands who aren't typically known for their watchmaking really step up and invest in making horologically credible timepieces. I'm not just talking about fashion houses like Louis Vuitton or Bulgari either. I'm also talking about brands like Porsche Design, for instance. It's in the middle of these two trends that we find Leica. Now, you might be asking, what business does Leica have making watches? Well, first of all, fine manufacturing, whether that's for watches or cameras, is very similar. Leica as a firm is more qualified than most to embark on making watch components. Watch crystals and camera lenses, date pushers and shutter releases, watch straps and camera straps. Camera making and watchmaking are both using the same playbook. But actually, Leica's connection to the watch world goes back right to the very start. Ernst Leitz, founder of Leica, originally embarked on a watchmaking internship in Switzerland before he specialised in precision optics. So, for Leica, watchmaking isn't a random exercise, it speaks to the genesis of their business. The renowned German brand, which is not a part of any luxury conglomerate, has long been a byword for quality when it comes to cameras, but in recent years, Leica has also become a watchmaker. They made their debut with the ZM1 and 2, which were elevated manual winding pieces with complications and designs inspired by photography. Leica has now followed up with the ZM11, an integrated luxury sports watch that nods to the Leica brand more specifically, while also aiming for a broader watch audience. The Leica ZM11 measures up at 41mm in diameter and 13mm in thickness, though the case is pretty much all thin bezel and big dial, with the integrated lugs jutting down at a 45-degree angle. It's also water resistant to 100 metres, reflecting its sportier positioning. The collection currently encompasses 3 different models. The Launch Edition, which has a microblasted titanium case and a black to red dial. The Coffee Black, which is also titanium and has what Leica describes as a warm black dial. And Midnight Blue, which is cased in brushed stainless steel and has a blue sunburst dial. The Launch Edition is the stealthiest, with thin strips of red hidden beneath the black dial slats that are only visible off-angle. Red, of course, being Leica's signature colour. It's a clever little Easter egg. The Coffee Black warms up the tone to a dark brown, with golden indices and dial printing to match, while the Midnight Blue, by far the shiniest of the 3, strikes a nice balance between dressy and eye-catching. Leica's design philosophy has always been to focus on the essential. That minimalist outlook starts with the dials, which feature horizontal slats that widen towards the centre. Along with the curved sapphire crystal, this subtly accents the centre of the dial, though doesn't distort the look as you might see from a wide-angle lens. The indices and handset are both ingot-like and legible, with a minute track on the chapter ring and a softly framed date window at 3 o'clock. All 3 are available on an integrated bracelet, which is very evocative of the H. Moser & C Streamliner, which comes as no surprise, as the designer of the Leica ZM11, Markus Eilinger, also designed that watch. The bracelet is visually stunning and feels very slinky on the wrist, but I'd also like to call out the alternatives. All 3 watches can be optioned with a rubber strap, while the Coffee Black also has the option of a hybrid Cordura and leather strap, which is particularly charming. I'm a big fan of the buckle on these straps, which is beautifully machined and very chunky. If you want to alternate between straps, the ZM11 features a robust and intuitive easy change system that incorporates the iconic Leica red dot into the pusher, a design element rooted in the Leica M6 rangefinder and Leica's lens exchange buttons. The movement within the ZM11 is the Leica Caliber LA3001, a Leica-specific version of the Chronode C102 designed by Jean-Francois Maujon. It's finished in a contemporary fashion very much in tune with Leica's aesthetic, including grained black bridges with pleasantly brushed outlines, a sunray brushed ratchet wheel, and a skeletonized Leica branded rotor. It boasts a 60-hour power reserve and beats at 4 Hz, but the most exciting thing about it is that it's a modular design, meaning we can expect some complications to appear in the ZM11 range in the future. So, who is the ZM11 for? Well, everyone really. I think if you're one of the Leica brand faithful, it's the ultimate street photography accessory. But even if you're not a photographer, there's a lot to like here. It's a modernist, functional and stylish everyday wearer that more than holds its own against integrated sports watches from big box brands. How about you though? If you're into cameras already, does this watch appeal to you more than it otherwise would? And if you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, how do you find this Leica watch? Let us know in the comments. The Leica ZM11 collection is now available, with prices starting at $6,775 US. If you enjoyed this review, let us know by liking and commenting, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And until next time, don't be a stranger.